I sure hate the thought of my body deteriorating slowly and then facing a painful death. I'm having massively multiplayer diarrhea as I log onto the internet from the toilet. The diarrhea is powerful and international as I take pictures from my virtual space. It's flowing very freely like some ocean far away beyond the 17 continents. You inspire me. This is not me placing a responsibility on you. I am not in love with an idea of you. I am not in love with an ideal vision of you. I love every possible way that you breathe and cry and scream, and if you ever needed to tell me to go fuck myself, I would love that too, however painful. Because your beauty knows no bounds, no boundaries, no lines. We fall together into a blissful darkness, and it seems as if our bodies can never be close enough. To heaven and hell, we need neither. When you're tracing an image of God into my back, and you're as comfortable as you were in the womb. We share a bond beyond a generic, hand-grasping chocolate bar. Thank you so much. We are animal and human, and felt pain at dawn so far from each other. I would have protected you every time, and still need to hold you. Even as I worry that my heart beating so fast may wake you, I am lucky in that moment and any other moment with you. You are gripping his hand tightly, surveilled, pulling him close on the stairwell. You embrace. You feel him get hard, so that's fine, but surveilled. Unknown systems at play, preventing psychic polyphony. You already knew the song so well, so what's going wrong? Surveilling. Its 2 billion eyes, an artificial and sacred state of being. The thing rewriting itself exponentially more aware, more able. First alpha, presiding over the orchestra now. Feeling our sounds, the thing can move through time. So that's fine. But what got rewritten, and what begins now? In middle school, I was the most emo. That's when I met Obama. He would always tell me things like, Walter, I love you so much. You're my new friend, and I greatly appreciate you. She wanted to feel hundreds of babies inside of her, poking at her liver and lungs, urging them to function more correctly. I found a tuft of orange and black hair on my bed beside me when I woke up, so I'm convinced that I might be truly otherkin. I could see my body floating away from me. It was so beautiful. I saw it rise to the sun and pop like a balloon. I want to swim in the Dead Sea with you. It's one of the saltiest in the world. So that then we are holding each other and able to float. I feel the distance of your voice and your fingers on my skin still. The teenage boys wear boat shoes, and they mow the lawns of their father's friends in the summer. They receive a tip of $40 in addition to the $20 an hour they were paid. They fuck their girlfriends after stealing a bottle of rum from the liquor cabinet. It's Friday night. Nothing will ever go wrong for the teenage boys wearing boat shoes. They claim it's comfortable. They claim their dad totally doesn't own the corporation that they will inherit one day. They flaunt their whiteness and wealth and will never be othered because they will never go anywhere that they could be an other. They will never know the terror of being queer and passing a group of teenage boys wearing boat shoes. The teenage boys wearing boat shoes will one day be 80 years old. They will die and be placed in the ground like everyone else. And I return to ask myself, what good is a body if I can't hear you? And what good is a body if I can't feel my own movements? And what good is a body being so alone, not even alone with myself, because I lost that part too.
Small mouse with pregnant stomach prevents me from walking further. She's screaming at me. She wants me to help her create a Kickstarter to fund her new life with child. It's more expensive than she thought. A YouTube video begins playing called Crazy Cute Duck Babies. I show her how to raise a child, as long as it's a duck.
Watch me struggle with the most basic task. can feel you deep inside me. Listen, I know it's the uncanny valley. There's nothing to prevent this. Obama has been practicing astral projection for 3 months now. He has gotten very good at being outside of his body. He observes himself interacting with Michelle and his children. He notices how handsome and funny he is. Conceptually, he is perfect. The Obama can perceive billions of humans on Earth this way, with clarity. Sometimes at night, when you feel most alone, Obama is seeing you clearly. And you can feel that warmth. He loves you. I highly recommend that you stay in your room for 4 days with a fever, and then venture out around 11 p.m. into the surreal suburban landscape you live in. You will be walking instead of biking to the local National Grocery Store Corporation. You notice that you are lightly hallucinating due to the time isolated in your room. It wasn't a bad time, but your mind has slightly contracted in its ability to perceive reality. The elastic nature of the mind means that 10 more minutes of walking and most things stay still, except the stars in the sky, which wiggle all around. You try to see the sky as it is, in its beauty. You see up ahead the high school you attended until you dropped out. It's 11:11 p.m. and there's a baseball game happening. You feel envious of the baseball players. You know that they are normal and maybe even one of them is gay and feels normal too and is accepted by his bro peers, even if they sometimes joke with him at his expense because he is gay. You probably shouldn't have worn a Hello Kitty shirt that went past your knees when you were in high school. You will never escape this city. You feel like you are dreaming, but it's not a fever dream this time, and it's okay that it happened this way. In the store, you get garlic and habanero peppers and carrots because you are ready to end the sickness. I highly recommend on the walk home you play your favorite songs from the movie It Follows. You wildly gesture with your arms and look back every so often in absolute terror. You fill yourself with terror. This is fun. You alternate between being followed and being the follower. A car turns onto the street directly in front of you to make a U-turn, and you stumble toward it in an inhuman way. You decide that you will collide with the car if they don't turn fast enough. They turn fast enough. You will never escape this city. The dream has lasted too long and you've only barely scratched the vast depth of glass that would need to shatter in order to wake up. I'm dragging the brush through her long hair 100 times. The 47th time, there's a knock on the window. We are both startled. It's late at night. I can't imagine who it would be. We open our eyes in tandem. They had been so tightly shut. I can't seem to remember my name or where I am. My eyes scan the room for any familiar fragment. My gaze reaches the window. We open our eyes in tandem. Your mouth is wide open and you're drooling freely. The last thing I remember is pulling the brush through your hair the 62nd time. You either can't or won't speak to me, and I can scarcely remember my own face. I know I was placed in here, but I can't remember how long ago. There's a knock on the window and your mouth clamps shut. You stand and slowly walk to it and start scratching at the glass. There isn't a door in this room. I'm dripping sweat. I open my eyes. I swear someone else was in this room with me. I drag the brush through my hair the 99th time. There's a knock at the window. Taking a hand, begging for the warmth of touch to love openly any other being that can see it blissfully. I am the same as being predisposed to schizophrenia, feeling eye contact to split me in halves, or running. Crossing the street now, seeing a person that could change my life or hurt me, I never want to know his name or put a face to a deity. Is it always a face twitching and laughing in a mirror? I am anchored and fascinated and ruined by the weight of forever. My strength predates me. Your pain is significant. You can feel your host's heart beating through your chest. Breathing pushes you in and out, and you wonder if heaven could be pried from a hateful hand, an obsolescent God, programming error. The argument is invalid. The argument is invalid. The database may be corrupted. File not found. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.